Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video, I want to create an eye look with this beautiful palette from Makeup by Mario. This is the Ethereal Eyes Moonlight. And I have the original Ethereal lights and I really do enjoy that palette. I use it quite a bit, especially the shimmers. Sometimes I use it just those on top of another eyeshadow. And this is the Moonlight. This is the one that is more of a cool tone one. When this first one came out, I wasn't sure if I wanted it. I did order it and then I didn't even open the package. I took it back to Sephora. I'm gonna start with this eyeshadow right here because I wasn't sure if it was calling my name or not. And it was very pricey. Well, it still is very pricey. This is a limited edition palette, which I'm kind of surprised that it's still available. But Mario, Makeup by Mario was having a 25% sale. And I went ahead and I purchased the palette and I purchased a cream blush and also a lip liner. His lip liners are really, really good. So are the eyeliners. So I want to go ahead and try and build an eyeshadow look with this. I know I'm a little late to the party. Everybody's done one already, but you know what? Better late than never. So I'm going to start with this shade right here. It's like a taupe. And I'm just going to use the mirror and I'm just going to do one look today. I'm going to use the mirror and the palette. And I'm going to try very, very hard not to, you know, not to block you. That is it's a lot darker than it looks like in the pan. And I just created another look, and this is why I have mascara on again, which you guys know is not my preferred way of creating an eye look, but it has to work because I didn't want to take everything off and then have to fix the concealer and anything else that I could damage in the process. Okay, so I'm going to go into this one right here that is darker. It's a gray, and I'm going to use the same brush. These blend like butter. Really, it's very, very pretty. And I think the reason that I wasn't sure about it is because when his eyeshadow palette came out, it seemed like everybody was coming out with cool tone eyeshadow palettes. And sometimes you kind of get overwhelmed seeing all these different, you know, basically the same color stories for, you know, everybody. So, and his was pretty pricey, so I didn't want to pay the full price. But at 25% off, I think that was a lot more appealing. And you know what's funny? When I first got my package last week, in the box, it was the blush and the lip liner, and the palette was missing. And I'm like, what? That was the most important part of my purchase. But they were amazing. I contacted them, and they just asked me to send a picture of what was in the box, which I don't understand what the thinking behind that is, because anybody can lie and take that palette out, right, and say it wasn't in there. Which I would never do, but I didn't understand what the purpose of that was. Alright, let me see what color I want to use now. I think I want to use this one right here. See, these eyeshadows are so pretty, but they're more like toppers, and I think that's why I'm going to use this one now. And I think this is why I wasn't that sure that I wanted it. But I mean, if you go into a wedding, if you go into any kind of an outing or something that is, you want a little more glam, I tell you, these shimmers are amazing. I'm going to take a little bit of the navy blue. And I'm using the same brush that I used for the outer corner. They do work a little better if you use like a glitter glue or something like that, then you're not gonna end up with glitter all over your face, which is one of the things about this formula. I feel like you end up with sparkles all over your face, but it's gorgeous. They're very thin. When you have them on your finger, it almost feels like you don't have anything on your finger. But you can certainly create a very beautiful glam look with these shadows. Look at that. That is so pretty. Okay, let me take, this is a clean brush. I'm just going to try to swipe away. I'm going to take this thin brush right here, and I'm going to take a little bit of this one here. Just put it on my lower lash line very lightly. Okay, I'm going to wipe that brush, and I'm going to take this one right here, the taupey one, and I'm going to go in the inner part just so that I can smooth out my concealer right there. This is a great way for you to conceal those little pesky lines down there. Just use like a light eyeshadow down there. I'm going to take my mascara. This is a Thrive mascara. And this is beautiful. I'm going to take a little more. Let me get my brush that had the blue. I'm going to take the navy blue. I just put a little more. I feel like I have more blue on the other eye than I do on this one. I'm going to take a clean brush, and I'm going to take the gray. No, I'm going to take this one right here, the taupey one, and just blend the edges. But here's like a little patchy, and I don't understand why. Where's some of my lighting? Could be one or the other. I'm going to take that bone color one again. And I'm going to go on my brow bone. And this is the blending brush. Okay, I think that is really, really pretty. That's beautiful. How easy was it to create that look? Oh no! Look what I just did. Okay, let me give it a couple of seconds so that dries out and I can just flick it off. I don't think I need to touch anything else up. My lipstick still looks fine. I just created another look. That's why I have the rest of my makeup on. I don't think I had any fallout, which is amazing. Let me swatch a couple of the other shadows while we're waiting, since we're just sitting here waiting for my mascara to dry. Okay, so let's start with this one here. See, a lot of these, look at that, how pretty though. That's this one. Then, oh my goodness. Okay, those are the shimmers. And then this one is this one right here. That is like, well, these are like more like glittery toppers, and this is like shimmer, which is the one that I put on my lower lash line. Let me see if that's dry. You think it's dry? Am I going to create a bigger problem? Nope. Thank you so much. Alright guys, so this is a look with the Ethereal Moonlight. That is absolutely beautiful. Let me give you a close-up so that you can see what it looks like. Alright you guys, I hope that you enjoyed this video. I love you, and I will see you on my next video. Bye guys. Mwah.